Hello, 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 and welcome to Wake Up Legendary. Happy Friday, everyone. I love it. I'm so excited. It is the kickoff to a holiday weekend for many of us. So hopefully everyone gets to enjoy their weekend, but also take some time and keep learning, growing, and expanding your business, your education, and all of that good stuff at the same time as well. Today we have a pretty awesome show planned. I'm pretty excited. We are going to dive into the tech side. I'm actually going to bring on one of our marketing coaches here at Legendary, and we're going to answer questions and just dive into some of the common roadblocks that those starting out are running into when it comes to just setting up funnels, content, lead magnets, all of that good stuff. And then at the end, we'll be able to answer some of your questions as well. So it's going to be a packed episode for sure. If you're brand new and want to be notified of when we go live every morning, you can send a text WUL to 813-296-8553. We'll text you right when the show goes live, Monday through Friday. You won't get any other texts, I think, except a birthday text. Other than that, so definitely, if you want that reminder to hop on live when we go, this is a great way to do it there. And then, of course, we have the best swag ever. If you would like to get any legendary shirts and hats, I got one on right now. Not only do they have the coolest logo ever and saying on them, they're also super comfortable, guys. So go grab your shirt at belegendary.shop. And I think Ryan, who I have coming on, he's got a hat on today too. So you can check out some of the merch there. All right, without further ado, welcome one of our coaches here at Legendary, Ryan. How's it going, man?
Hi, JoAnn. How are you?
I'm doing well. So pumped. So a little bit about Ryan. You were a student originally. You've gone through our education. You launched your online business. You're definitely a practicing and active affiliate in the world of affiliate marketing. And now you're giving back to our community and helping those that are starting out as well. So Ryan is someone, if you book any of those one-on-one coaching calls, he is one of the coaches that you could end up with, and he's helping out and all of that good stuff. So I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. I haven't been on this show. I was on this show back in September with Dave, and I got invited at one other time to come back, but I don't remember why I wasn't able to come on the show during that date range, and then it just kind of fell through. And that was probably early this year. But yeah, no, it's exciting to be here. It's exciting to talk to you and talk to all the Legendary family we got here. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, awesome. All right, I'm gonna kick it off. Let's go big. As a marketing coach here at Legendary, what do you feel is the number one roadblock and question that you are receiving these days?
The number one, I was thinking about this and I couldn't pick one. It's like a 50-50 split between either a small hiccup with tech somewhere, usually related to domains and DNS records, that ends up with some kind of conflict and then nothing really works. And then in a lot of cases, what'll happen, like, good on everybody for taking that action and trying to fix that, but it turns into a mess that gets to be a real project to fix up. The other thing I would usually get is just my content. Check my content. Like, am I doing things right? A lot of times, just a little bit of overthinking and not letting enough time go by to really allow that content to start working and to start building up the momentum. So a lot of people start off making really, really, really good content, and they just kind of start second guessing themselves, and they want somebody to look at it for them. So that would be the other thing that I get probably most commonly.
Right. Okay. So let's dive in. I'm coming on a call with you, and I desperately need help with content. I'm not sure how it's going. I'm not getting views, or I'm bummed I'm only getting 200 views, which is still 200 views, guys. That's pretty cool, right? We gotta frame it the right way.
Right.
Where do you dive in? Where do you start with that? What's your checklist or pieces of advice for those that are struggling with just getting started with getting their content seen?
Yeah. So the first thing is consistency. So with TikTok, when you've got a brand new TikTok account, you're competing with established TikTok accounts. So TikTok is an interest-based platform. They want people to stay on the platform as long as possible. So when you've got other creators that have been in the game, consistent, doing this every day, it knows what creators each person likes to watch and watches all the way through and engages with. So that's what you're competing with, right? They don't want to just take the views away from those people just to give you a whole bunch. You got to prove yourself a little bit first and prove that people are going to actually want to watch you. And that's going to be one of the elements that you're going to have to get through first. And then, like I said, consistency. So if you're not posting consistently, doesn't mean the people that is in your audience stop scrolling just because you stop posting. So if they're still viewing TikTok videos and you're not there with fresh stuff that they haven't seen, TikTok's got to show them something, right? And that something isn't going to be you. So if they're showing them to other creators, then those other creators are going to get the attention. They're going to engage. They're going to watch all the way through. TikTok's going to say, this person likes this creator. Let me put this creator in front of them. And at that point, you just got to hope, I guess, I mean, I can only speculate, but I guess you're going to have to hope they stay on TikTok long enough that TikTok runs out of stuff to show them. So they show them to you again.
Right. Yeah.
But
I mean,
consistency is super important.
TikTok wants their viewers, their audience, to stay on the platform. And the reality is, guys, when somebody starts looking into doing something online, they're not just following one. TikTok's going to show them other, and all of a sudden they're following 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you need to be the one that's front and center and like, it's me, connect with me, right? And have the engaging content that isn't just going for an ask. I feel like that sometimes when I've looked at some of our students' accounts on TikTok, it's just always going for the ask. Click, 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 click on bio, click in bio on every single video. And there comes a point where we've got to switch instead of just like, hey, please come date me. Please come hang out with me. You got to be like, hey, this is why I'm a cool person, right? Show your personality. This is what I have to offer. And look at it that way. What are your feelings on that? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, you got to have high value content. You have to. And I know that in some cases, and this is part of the conversation usually, in some cases, some of the top affiliates are only posting text on screen videos. I get that. And they're blessed with traffic. They are very much gifted. And their follow-up sequences are insane. Like they have really, really good dialed in follow-up sequences so they can really capitalize on the traffic properly. Mm-hmm. Just starting out, nobody knows who you are. You got to be telling your story. You got to be showing how to do stuff. You got to be educating. You got to motivate. If I see you for the first time and you make me aware of something, right? I become aware of a weight loss plan, or I become aware of a make money online opportunity. And I decide to go to your profile to check out, I'm not going to there's going to be some skepticism. There's going to be some confusion. I need to have those objections handled before I'm ready to go to the next step. So if I go to your profile and it's just an infomercial, forget about it. Like it's not going to sell me on anything, and it's certainly not going to sell me on you. So that high value content, I always say 50% and 50%. If you can do like 50% awareness type content, which would be that text on screen, that 5-10 second, just showcasing the opportunity, identifying problems, and showing solutions with words. And then the other 50% being that super high value content. So that way, when I go scrolling through your feed, I can actually learn about you and what it is you're doing and how it is you're going to help me. That's usually a pretty good rule of thumb.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just gonna put this up on the screen. One of our viewers asks, what is high value? High value is information. You're being open, honest with what's going on instead of trying to like hide in the weeds, and you're actually giving usable tips that they feel, oh, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. I can
Mhm.
start to trust that they're knowledgeable. They're just not sending me down a dark alley funnel with a link saying, hey, just click here because I said it. You're actually providing information. You're providing little tips. I've even seen, visit this website, or how to create something in Canva, or depending on what your niche is and all of that. But you're not just hiding, you're not gatekeeping every single piece of information. um, we're a believer in provide some value.
Mhm.
Definitely there is some give and take. You can't just hide everything that you're doing behind a paywall, so to speak. What would you add to that to answer her question?
Yeah, I would just add that always keep that in the back of your mind to lead with value. So if you can prioritize the value over anything else, look at it this way. This is the way I started looking at it, and this was when I started to kind of see some momentum build up a little bit faster, which is my audience should be able to get the outcome they're looking for and have the problem solved that they have that I'm solving without ever spending a dime. So between my content and my follow-up sequence and any other manual follow-up I may do, I do keep track of some of that stuff. I'm a little bit overkill, but it definitely helps. They shouldn't have to spend any money to learn and actually get started doing what I'm actually doing. That's how much value I'm providing across my email list, through my content. And I'm not gonna give it all the way up front. You gotta take a little action, show a little interest. You gotta get my ebook out of my link, and then you gotta start getting my emails where I send some really high value stuff out there. But and then the money's going to follow as a byproduct. The sales are going to follow as a byproduct, right? You got to eliminate all that confusion that they have. There should always be clarity for your client, for your visitors. There should always be clarity as they move through. When they visit your profile, they should be 100% clear as to why it is they're going to click on your link. They should
Right.
be 100% clear why they're opting in, and they should be clear why they're going from that bridge page to your affiliate offer, whatever
Mhm.
that may be. So if you're not providing clarity, you're going to notice a drop off. People are going to start falling out of that funnel really, really fast at a certain point because there's just confusion. There's no clarity there. When I
Mhm.
when I first got started, I was confused as to why do I even need this bridge page, right? Why do I even need this bridge page? Like this just seems like an added step.
Right.
And I didn't understand that that's a good place. That's where you tell your story and build your relationship, sure. But that's also, you got to have a smooth transition from you to your affiliate offer. If I
Right.
come from your content, go to your landing page, opt into your list, and start receiving emails from you, and then the next thing I see is a video of some other person that's selling me something, that's going to cause a lot of confusion. You put a bridge page in between where I can sit there and say, thanks for coming here. This is why I'm talking to you about this. And this is the person I'm giving you to. You take them by the hand and just hand them over. You eliminate all that confusion. And then they know exactly why it is that they're looking at the page they're looking at after they do click the button you told them to click.
Yeah.
So providing that clarity.
Right. And there's no matter, I call it like there's this dark alley. I've said it earlier today, the dark alley of the online world, right? And if
Mm-hmm.
you don't provide that clarity, if you aren't clearly holding their hand, this is the safe way through the funnel, and all of a sudden they feel like they've been thrown into some seedy place because it doesn't make sense. They were just, watching Susie doing a really cool TikTok, and they click and they're somewhere else. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't feel the same. And they're getting a sales pitch. They're going to run for the hills immediately. Right. So it is that taking them on that customer journey of how they connect with you. And you're now referring them, hey, check this out. And
Mm-hmm.
this is who you're going to see, what you're going to see on the next page. And that's definitely, and it's just, they feel a lot better about it. They're like, okay, I understand now where I'm going, where I'm headed, how this is working. But it is shocking how many people want to skip the bridge page,
Mm-hmm.
or just even forget to grab do an opt-in page. and try to just shoot them right to the sales page of any offer. And it's like, no, they don't want to be sold. You need to, you got to bring them along a little bit. And you want that email on your list. They're a part of your business. You worked for that email. You worked for that content, that person. So definitely get them into your world. So someone asked, what is a follow-up sequence? So that is your autoresponder, what you're sending out through your emails. When somebody opts in on that first page, you're providing value and those additional touches to where you're connecting with them through email. And when you set that up, that's all automated. And that's where it's really a beautiful thing. Instead of you going, okay, I got to email Ryan again today for the third time this week. You just get it set up to where it's automated. That's what Aweber is about. It goes through all of that on day 3 of the challenge. So definitely go check all of that out for sure on that piece. We got a lot of comments. I'm loving it today. So the other part is that DNS records and all of that. Yeah. What do you feel is the easiest way to walk somebody through that piece?
The easiest way, it's one of 2 ways. It's either for them to share their screen, and I can just guide them through. I have little annotation tools I can draw on their screen and kind of tell them, go ahead, click here, and I just explain things as we go through. If it's too bad of a mess, like if I look at it and they've got things in there wrong, and I know things are they're wrong in ClickFunnels and they're wrong in Aweber and just all this different stuff, this back end setup is all wrong. I'll just say, all right, I'm going to send over a request for remote control of your screen because I don't want to run out of time before I can go ahead and fix all this stuff. It depends a little bit on, some people are extremely fluent in tech. And there's no issues. There's never any issues. They just understand things. In most other cases, you're doing something brand new, right? So it's normal to make a mistake or screw something up and not understand where it is that the disconnect happened because you just did all this stuff you've never done before, never thought you'd ever have to do before. You're integrating softwares and connecting, DKIM on a professional email and then all this stuff. This is complicated when you're brand new to it. So a lot of times it's just a simple fix. It's something really, really small. Sometimes it's just a matter of adding a subdomain and pointing that over to ClickFunnels because you have a website and there's no way to know that your www is already pointing towards the website. So just add a subdomain, right? So what happens though is in a situation like that, a lot of times they'll take the www, put it towards ClickFunnels, and sometimes it's going to the funnel, sometimes it's going to a 404 page. And then they'll go through other records because of a YouTube video they saw or something that they looked up in a blog that said to do this and to do this. And now their website's down. So now you got to bring the website back, but then you've also got to get everything they're originally trying to do working, which can be, it can be time consuming. It can be time consuming identifying everything that went wrong. And then usually at that point, you just kind of go ahead and fix it. I've done it enough times. I just go ahead and fix it. But it's, for somebody brand new who's not familiar with it, it's, you almost have to have that help once you've gotten to that point. You have to have somebody look at it, right? So,
right. If it's definitely gone to that point. But that's what, call support, reach out. Mm-hmm. We have lots of people that if you find yourself in that boat, definitely reach out and all that good stuff. So going back to TikTok and content, because there's a lot of people asking about growing accounts. Mm-hmm. For those definitely that are in blueprints, there is a new training that was added. It's by Andrea, and she really gives a ton of tips on how to grow accounts, starting over from scratch, building a new one, strategies, all of that good stuff. But one thing she definitely mentions is when you start that new page, let it sit. Don't do anything on it. Let it sit there because then TikTok's like, oh, we have a new user. I want them to start getting back in and using the platform. So when you do post that first video after you let it sit for a couple weeks, TikTok throws it out there like crazy because they're like, we want to get views. This person, we almost lost them. They almost didn't start interacting on the platform. But if you make an account and start posting that same day, they're like, maybe they're trying to sell something. So it actually kind of tricks their algorithm a little bit. So that is a little tidbit there to when you start a new account, let it simmer a bit. let TikTok get really hungry for your attention, and then start posting those videos after a couple weeks. So that's definitely something to think about when we're starting new accounts and all of that good stuff. So if anyone wants to reach Ryan, because people are asking for your email, it's ryan.halbert@legendarymarketer.com, correct? So
Yeah.
there is that period in between Ryan's first and last name that's on the screen, and then it's at legendarymarketer.com. But all things in marketing, don't be the hunter, be the hunted. And that's exactly what, even with Andrea's teaching, it's even having TikTok come after you. Oh, I want this new user to start engaging. I want this new user to be interacting. So when you start to like, I'm not so concerned about you, I'm not so interested yet in TikTok with the new account, when you do post, they get super excited and they start pumping your stuff out because they're hoping they can grab your attention. So definitely keep that in mind. Everything you do is, how do you attract people to you instead of trying to like pounce on them from your end, even in content that you put out, in all ways. Dave says it all the time. Be the hunted, not the hunter. What do you think about that, Ryan, in your experience?
It applies to most situations, right? It applies to the first thing I think of is outbound messaging versus inbound messaging, for like lead generation, stuff like that. Be the hunted instead of the hunter. Be desirable, don't be desiring. Which is it's just far more effective. It's far less time consuming. And when you're the hunted and your people reaching out to you, it's just a big time save because you're not worried about you don't have to worry about convincing people to be interested in you, right? You're just taking the people that have already raised a hand and said I'm interested, and that's
Right.
who you're communicating with.
Right.
And then it's sort of similar in any other respect you look at it too. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Then the other key piece, and this has come up a few times this week, even in other Wake Up Legendary interviews, is really dial in who you want to reach.
Mm-hmm.
So don't try to reach the world. The world won't respond because they won't feel connected to you in any way, shape, or form. You want to put out content that is so attracting to a specific person that it's off-putting to someone else, and that's a good thing.
Right.
Like, you are literally so dialed in to who you want to reach, who you want to talk to, that it just doesn't even connect with a different group of people. Like, if you want to talk to moms, make your content that is all about moms, day-to-day, all of that good stuff, and push the dads or the non-parents out of your circle because they're not going to connect with your content and they're not going to grow and trust like you and end up clicking on things. So make sure you really dial in who your audience is and speak to that one person when you're writing copy, when you're making content, when you're filming that video, as if you have that one person. Even put a name on it. That's what I like to do. Give that person a name. What do they look like? Where do they work? What are their problems? And then speak to that person in everything that you're writing and putting out. And then I would recommend that if you have different audiences for different offers, you have different pages. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's relatability, right? Is almost the biggest thing there, because if people can't relate to you, then they don't see, if I were to give you like an extreme example, right? If we're looking at the make money online space, if we're talking about, here's something extra to do with your free time because you're retired and you got nothing to do and you want to make a little extra money, that's not going to speak to somebody who's having financial struggles and they want to start an online business, or somebody who's really driven. The messaging is just way off there. So you want to be relatable, and the easiest way to do that is by telling your story, right? You don't have to come up with like this crafty messaging that these slogans and headlines you're going to use. Just be relatable, share your story, and people that will relate to you will come to you. I used to be a heavy equipment mechanic before I got started in marketing. I have a lot of blue collar men in my audience. It's probably 90% blue collar men. So that's who I'm speaking to. And what are their pain points, right? What are they struggling with? Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, you know what, I want to be an affiliate marketer. People wake up in the morning and they say, I'm sick of this job, working too many hours. I don't have any time to spend with my family. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I hate my boss. Those are the things I used to say. And those are the things that my audience, my relatable audience is also saying. So those are the points I want to speak to. And I want to really talk about those problems. Talk about those problems, how they can be solved. Give them ways that they can solve those problems without buying anything, just dropping a follow, right? But then also showcasing the outcomes and the solutions that they're looking for after identifying those problems. And when people can kind of see, like, all right, there's always a reason, there's always an excuse why somebody can't do something, because it's just so easy to come up with an excuse than it is to actually do something about it. That's what people will rather do. But when people can see that somebody that's just like them had the same problem they have and has reached the outcome that they want, it becomes a lot easier to become comfortable with that idea. And it makes the solution look more desirable and achievable. So just crafting your messaging properly is key. I always keep in the back of my mind, people don't want to buy products. They want to buy solutions. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to buy a training course today, right? They want to they want to make money. They don't even want to learn how to make money. They just want to make more money, right? Mm-hmm. That's the outcome they're looking for. So that's how we got to showcase it. That's going to be the most effective way to showcase it.
So I want everyone that's on right now, I know the outcome is everyone thinks, oh, I'm going to start saying make 10K. It's always 10K a month. It drives me batty. Make 10K a month. That's the outcome you want. 10K a month, 10K a month. And then they have a whole bunch of videos. They think I'm showing you the future. Mm-hmm. But it's really not. Show them, if you're going after moms, maybe it's being even Emily shared it with me earlier this week. Maybe it's being able to buy all the Halloween decorations you want at Home Goods. Maybe it's, going out to dinner a few more times a week. And that's the outcome you're showing. Maybe it's being able to have more lake days, or being able to see your kids' ballet recitals. Those are those outcomes people are actually looking for. They want that type of freedom in their life. And we're talking obviously right now with make money online as the niche, but with any niche, I love Jeep Wranglers. I'm a total Jeep girl. That's just a little tidbit about me. So my IG pages and feeds with one of my accounts is all Jeep stuff. And people are showing what your Jeep could look like. Look how amazing it could be if you just had this one more modification. And of course, there's a link to that modification, right? It's affiliate marketing is everywhere. Whether you want to do modifications on Jeeps or make money online or dog products. We have someone in our community that has a massive following for a love of bunnies and does affiliate marketing for all things that owning a bunny would need. It's pretty cool. But look at really what's the outcome they're looking for. If somebody's into really loving bunnies as an animal, they're looking for, how do I make the most amazing life for my bunny and the best products and keep them healthy. And that's what you showcase. So don't just go after the money grab. It's deeper than that. Mm-hmm. It's show them the peace you've gained, the self-esteem you've gained, the lack of depression because you're no longer stuck in a overtime job that you hate. There's just a lot of ways you can look at that. And if you're going after moms, you can draw them in talking about, like somebody said, the carpool line hell, the line, there's moments where you just bring them into your world of day-to-day life. Think of it that way. What's the day-to-day life that you're looking for and are searching for? That's the value you want to give them. And that's the result you want to show them. The 10K a month isn't going to get somebody to click. I promise. It's not. Go deeper than the money.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. And it's never, I've yet to ever meet somebody that was just chipper. Everything was perfect, except they needed a little more money. You know, everybody needs a little more money. So you're not really talking to anybody in particular.
Right.
Sounds great, but it mostly sounds great to like a shiny object person, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to go impulse buy because somebody said that I can make $10,000 a month after 90 days, I know a lot of y'all ain't making no $10,000 a month. That is a hard level to hit. So don't say it if it's not true, but then also, also it's just not it's just not the only problem that anybody has. There's always something deeper, right? There's always something deeper. So just try to.
Everyone and their mother is saying 10 grand a month. So I don't know why that's been the decided amount.
10 grand in 90 days, and I see it every day. I see it every day.
Every
and I see it in some of the students. I see it in some of the clients. I'll go to the page and I'll see that headline. I'll see that text in the background of the video thumbnail. 10K, and what if you could make 10K after 3 months? It's just not. Yeah, it's not. While it's going to catch some eyes, it's not valuable. It's not valuable. It's not going to. Now you've got a whole mess of trying to convince that person that, okay, maybe it's not actually 10K in 3 months, but you can actually get results. It starts you off on the wrong foot.
Well, it's putting you against a lot of other random people saying 10K a month too. So now that viewer is confused. Who do I trust? Who do I go to? They want a deeper connection. Find the deeper result that will actually identify to your exact avatar, who you're trying to reach, whether it's, a blue collar guy or a middle-class mom with young kids or an empty nester. Look deeper into who you're trying to reach and really the life or the problems, the solutions they're looking for. And it's not money, it's deeper. And when you can showcase that, that's where you're going to grow that relationship. That's where you're going to grow that know, trust factor. And they're going to end up clicking that link eventually.
Yeah. And not to mention too, on another note of the same topic is there's FTC compliance issues with a lot of that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see the video all the time. The average affiliate marketer makes $154,000 a year. Y'all gonna get in trouble. You don't want to be. You don't want. You can't imply that. I think an FTC violation is like $43,000 for each offense, which is one piece of content to one person. So the way I read it, if you got 1 million views on a video, that's a violation. Just hang it up. So keep an eye out for that too. You can say those things if you put a disclaimer on the video. You see a commercial for medication and it has the results not typical, or if it has the long text at the bottom of the screen, you can still put those disclaimers on videos and just kind of cover yourself.
I am yet to see a disclaimer on any income claim TikTok videos. So just stay away from them, guys. Stay away from them.
Yeah. You don't want to violate the compliance. It's not it's not really a light, not that it's, I'm not saying it's going to happen to you, but just keep that on the back of your mind.
Yeah, definitely. It's, I really hope people are listening and take this to heart and try a different angle with their content. Because there are a lot of people, not a lot, there are people making comments, in the group or posting concerned that they're not getting growth. They're not getting this. One, how often are you posting? If you can scroll back over the last 3 months and there aren't well over 100 posts, you're not posting enough in a 3-month time. Let's be real. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's definitely at least 3 to 5 times a day, 5 days a week. Give me that. You need to go all in. You want to make this work? Let's go all in. That's your first. Second, don't make the exact same video 100 times and go, I don't know why it's not working. Well, it's the same video that wasn't working the first 30 times. try something different. Be okay to do something different. Go outside the box. Let's get creative. Let those creative juices flow and try a different approach. If they're all text on screen, do something different. Switch it up. Change your hook at the very beginning. Check out your editing. Like yesterday it was shared. Some people have too big of a pause at the start of their video, so someone's already scrolled because you haven't said anything. Nothing was on the screen. So they were like, they're just sitting there. Really look at that. Are you touching somebody's pain point? Are you too general with your audience? Do you need to dial in who you're talking to a little bit more? Are you showing real solutions, or are you only showing a money amount? Those are all things to really ask yourself and audit your own account. And then go ask those questions at somebody that's killing it. And audit their account. See what they're doing over a 2-week period, not just in one day. I think that's important too. Sometimes people go, oh, Ryan just posted this video, I'm going to go copy it. It must work.
It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Yeah.
But they're not seeing the journey that one affiliate is putting their viewers on. They already grabbed them in something else maybe a month or two ago. And so it makes sense with the relationship they're building with their viewers. Mm-hmm. It may not make sense as a one-off in someone else's account.
Right. So, yeah, absolutely. Plus, if you're just copying to a T what other people are doing as well, there's no differentiation there. There's no differentiation between you and the other people. And if they're seeing your content, they're seeing other people's content in that space. So if they just saw that other person make that video and now they saw you make that exact same video, that's going to be, it's not going to really get you any points. So use their content for inspiration, not as a copy and paste. You're not looking to go over there and just right click. You're looking to use it for inspiration, get ideas, content block. There's lots of different ways you can remake content around one idea, right? You can tell your story. You can tell elements of your story in a 10-second text on screen video. You could also tell it in a 3-minute long, boring single take, right? That video's not going to get a lot of attention on the For You page, but it's there for those people that did come from the For You page and now they're scrolling through your profile. That's what that content's there for. You need to be creating content for those people as well. I've got plenty of boring videos with no hook at all in them on my profile because I'm not making it for the For You page. I'm making it for the people that are scrolling through my profile, right? After I create that awareness and I create a little bit of interest and they say, you know what, I want to know a little bit more about this guy and what he's talking about. That's who those videos are there for. 2 of them are pinned to the top of my profile, and then the rest of them you'll see about 50%. You go through and every other day I've got 1 or 2 of those types of videos going out.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So let me ask this because I've seen her bring it up a couple of times. So I want to hit her question. Diamond from within. I think it's a business account. So link trees are great, but let's look at how. We'll go back to the Jeep example. A link tree in an IG account of different Jeep products is fantastic. Somebody's looking for a specific bumper. They don't want to link to lights. They want to link to the bumper, right? If you're in the make money online niche, you don't want to have 5 different make money online courses. They'll be too confused of where do I start? Who do I learn from? I'm lost. So you want to just have one. Where it's really dialed in. So it really depends on what you're an affiliate for, what you're promoting. It should match to what is on that page, that content, your audience, and really think about, is this confusing or is this helpful for my viewer? Linktree can be great, but it also can sometimes cause more confusion if it's not set up right. I've seen some great ones with Make Money Online that has their lead magnets, maybe a blog link, and then where to take action. So there's some things like that. What are your thoughts on Linktree and that sort of thing?
Yeah, pretty much exactly what you said. They can be great if they are organized and they're easy to navigate and it's not a mess. If you've got 30 buttons all lined up. Like go to TikTok and go to Linktree's TikTok and look at their Linktree. Linktree.slash/Linktree or whatever it is. And tell me how long it takes you to figure out exactly what's happening there. Even Linktree on their own Linktree is very confusing and you can't make sense of it immediately.
Right.
So that's going to be the biggest thing, right? If you feel like one is necessary, then they can be great. And they can be great. And you can it's a good way to add more stuff to a single link. But it's got to be organized. Like you said, it's got to be organized. It's got to be, a couple things of value. And then this is where, you don't have to have like all of your social links in your link tree. You don't have to have all these different products in your link tree. Promote those products to your email list. You can promote individual products. You can send a different link to a different product in a YouTube short and in a Facebook reel. You don't have to try to have everything crammed into your link tree on TikTok. And then once people get onto your email list, that's the main goal, right? We don't want to add friction and confusion. Confused buyers don't buy. They click away.
Right. If they're confused, they're out. We want to make it really clear.
So if there's confusion there, they're just going to leave. You can add all that stuff that you wanted to put in there. Just add it to your email list. If you're providing high value emails, people are going to be opening your emails every day and they're going to be excited to receive them. You're going to be able to promote that stuff there. Put your social links in the footer of every video. You don't need all that in a link tree.
So Susan, if it is, she asked, what if it's unrelated products? Then it shouldn't be there because that's going to confuse your audience. It should only be related to your content, your offer, and that sort of thing. I've seen link trees with 15, 20 links in that sucker. Yeah. And it was everything from their Amazon to make money to everything in between. And that should be 4 different accounts, 4 different types of content, you have to really make sure any links that you're providing is a clear path and journey for the person you're creating content for, the person you want to take action. Make sure it's one clear action and they can't get lost in the muck of too many links and I don't even know where to go or what I was even looking for when I got onto this link tree because there's so many links and they're confused and they're out. They're going to the next person that is more clear. They're not going to disappear altogether from looking for whatever product you're promoting. They're just going to find it from someone else that's more clear. That's the reality. So you want to be as clear as possible for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, one more time, share where people can email you with questions or to set up one-on-one. There's a link right in the challenge towards the end, the last few days of the challenge. There's a link to book one-on-one sessions that you can do. If you are a Blueprints member, you can grab that session. Just email Ryan, definitely, for sure. So Ryan, share your email with us one more time.
It's Ryan@legendarymarketer.com. I found works. You could also send it to Ryan.Halbert@legendarymarketer.com.
Okay, so you are getting both? That is like a weird thing.
Yeah, I'm getting both. I think it's an alias that was set up. It always worked from the beginning. I just tried it as soon as we got started, and I said, it worked. Okay. But we do have to fix something on that, though. I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay, we'll talk about that off camera. We'll get that figured out. All right, awesome. I hope everyone had an amazing Friday morning with us. If you came on late, definitely start from the beginning. There is a lot of little tidbits in here. Reach out to Ryan, reach out to our support, ask questions in the group. We're always here to help. And just keep rolling, guys. Have a great extended weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Peace. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks. See you later.